video is going to be all about shoulders. Now, the shoulder is the deltoid, and then if you think about the neck, that's the trapezius, and there's even the supraspinatus, which is kind of back in here. So, and then the deltoid, of course, has front, middle, back. So there's a lot of different ways to work the shoulder and the rotator cuff. I tend not to do too much to work my shoulder neck area because I don't want to build that up. A very simple one is just shrugs. And there's machines at the gym that you can also use, but I'm just going to show you a couple of things with free weights that I've been doing with, right now, my workout partner. I'm fortunate enough to have a friend work out with me at the gym these days. I don't have that all the time. Anyways, we don't do the same shoulder exercises each time we work out. We have been tending to do 1 or 2 exercises that we can do 8 to 10 reps, where the last few reps are difficult, so we choose heavier weights when we can. There may be an exercise we do now and again that's very challenging, so we don't do another exercise for our shoulders. And a lot of times you can engage other muscles at the same time, so you've got muscles that are doing the action and muscles that are stabilizing. So some are working harder than others. So I don't think any of the ones I show you today are just going to target this one area. So you'll get a good upper arm workout with all of them. So sometimes we will do a set of front and side raises. So you can do them, and these are, actually I usually do mine, I think, with 8 pounds. You can do them together or one at a time, meaning you can do right and down, left and down, or you can do them at the same time. And so we would do about 8 reps to the side, and then we would do 8 to the front, 8 to the front. I'm not going above my shoulder. At least I hope not. Don't lock out your arms, but don't do 90 degrees either. And when the weights are heavier, that's sometimes why we do one arm at a time. So front and side raises are a way to work your shoulders. Something that my friend taught me that I really like, if I can demonstrate, is it's more like a deltoid press and then a flip at the end. So you press, flip, down, press, flip, down. And this is a heavy weight for me. It's only 8 pounds, but nonetheless. You can also do upright row and overhead press. And of course the overhead press works your shoulders, but it's also working nice into your back, especially on the down. You can also do the upright row with a barbell instead of dumbbells. The last time we did that with the barbell, holding it, your hands close together and pulling up, I was really sore the next day. So the upright row is up and release, up and release. Now you can do the combination. You can do, well, let me tell you this first. So you do enough of these to tire yourself. Those are upright rows. Another is the overhead or military press, and there are machines at the gym to do this. So it's overhead, pull down. Overhead, you see I'm not gripping my weights. Overhead and down. Overhead and down. I'm also don't have my shoulders by my ears. I'm keeping them relaxed. So you could also, you could do 8 and then 8, or you could do row and press and down. A lot of times people do that with the barbell. I prefer to do 8 like this and then 8 like this. So those are 2 more shoulder exercises. Also one that I've learned, I learned this on TV from a man who goes by one name, Gilad, and he's on Fit TV. He has you go, let's see if I can remember, forward, out, up, and down. So it's using your biceps a little. I'm going to switch to lighter weights. Well, of course, I'm also cooking something. That's the alarm going off in the back, but it'll be okay. So, it's up, rotate out, press, elbows back in, together, and down. So you might do 1, and. You might do 8 of these. And then, on the last one, you do pulses. Up, and up, and. This really works the arm and the shoulder very well. That's another exercise you can do. I believe from the same workout he showed where you take your weights and you just press back, back, and back. So my shoulder blades are going together, and this might even be working the rotator cuff. So I'm talking about many different ways to work your shoulder, but I have a very basic personal training certification. If you spoke with someone who had a more in-depth one and who kept their certifications up and went to a lot of trainings throughout the year, they could give you very specific information about working the different parts of the shoulder, and I recommend that you do that if you're concerned about toning in a certain way. Otherwise, you don't need to know all that to build muscle and have functional fitness. So another one, and this is one of the ones where it really is challenging, so we might not do too many more shoulder exercises after this, can either be done on side plank on the floor or on the ball. I think, well, actually this might be a T-stand. So you're on the floor and your arms out, and you go up and down. So it's also a side raise, but it's really engaging your core as well. And then you can do the same thing here. So this is a shoulder exercise, and you can do it also by leaning into this ball, or by leaning into this ball. So get yourself situated well, and then it's up, and I'm not locking out my elbow, but it's not bent at a 90-degree angle either, and then it takes a little more balance to do it this way with the ball. You can also, I remember now, I guess I know a lot of shoulder exercises. You can kind of anchor your arm here and pull up, and this is going to work. I think this is more the rotator cuff. Many shoulder exercises. I think that's good for today. So that gives you quite a few to work into your routine, and you don't do the same ones every time you work out because you want to challenge your muscles. At least that's how I do it. Or you could choose to, maybe for a month you're always going to do this, and then you'll switch to the other one. But then you also want to add weights too, because that makes it more, add more weight, or switch to a higher weight dumbbell. That adds more challenge. So as usual, if you're going to be starting an exercise program, check with your physician to make sure you're